kind of hard to find these squeaks on the floor here, as you guys know. So to locate them and solve the issue. So my solution is basically solution. You're going to hear a lot of things online on how to do this. Oh gosh, man, where to start? I'm just going to show you. What you'll need is drill, obviously. Drill just more effective. I mean, you don't have to. You can use nails or a brad nail, but this is the most important tool right here. Piece of wire, about 12 inches long, and but you want it to be kind of dense. So this doesn't flex super easy, but see how it bounces back. But we want it to be like this when you're done. This is how we're going to test and find which way these cross members for the floor go. Drawing a blank. Either way, they either run this way, 16 inches apart, or they run this way, 16 inches apart. So once you find one of these, then you just measure it 16 inches over, and I'll show you that process as well. So, but we'll start with this first. Like this. Over here. And a drill bit, obviously. One close to that side. That'll work. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Okay. Now, I have found in my home here that the give me 1 second to think about this. My truss run this way. The main way I found that out was this trick that I'm about to show you, but also what gave me a clue were the heater vents in the home. They're usually between two trusses. You'll notice those vents are about 16 inches wide, or about 13 to 16 inches roughly, but they're right between them. So you need one of these ends to be nice and straight. Well, I just killed Woody, but we'll worry about that later. I'm going to get a feel for where I think one might be. This is just a piece of tape I'm going to put down when I find one, but I guess there. I'm going to guess right here somewhere. Right here. So. Anyway, so that, I'm going to guess right here. Make sure you don't lose that spot. Well, that was a fluke. Like, that was, okay. That was just pure luck, dumb luck. Okay, so let's get that screw in and see. Fire. Step into my office. Mr. Quicker, fire. I'm not gonna be all worried about what mess I make. I was hoping this would be a shorter video than it's about to turn out to be. It looks like, you know. This thing is so loud. I don't know if you can hear that. I would have to think if that's 16, there has to be one here, but I'm going to go here to show you the process of finding one. So, I'm going to go real quick. Right here. And this time, instead of next to the tape, I'm going to just, wherever I drill, I plan on drilling right here. I'm going to leave that tape. That way, there's no messing up. There's no extra holes. There's no. So, I go backwards and reverse first when you got carpet. Otherwise, it'll rip that carpet up. So you go reverse with pressure. Then you go forward, and you won't rip a big chunk out of the carpet. Yeah, I clearly didn't hit anything. Okay. The wire is a little thicker than, not much thicker, but it's still thicker. So this is going to be a little bit bigger than the diameter of this wire because that is possibly the exact same. And I am not getting too much junk, so I may not have hit a stud there. Reverse, forward. Reverse. There we're in. Now I'm going down into the basement or underneath the home and spinning around to see if I feel anything. That's why I have a bend here. For one reason, that bend is going to keep it from falling all the way through and losing it, as well as it's going to act like a pointer telling me where the stud is. So I'm too far from a stud, so to give you an idea, with this down, I could make this much of a turn. So basically I'm dead center of one. I have to be. Now if you're not certain, if your truss run this way or this way, your best bet is to move at an angle next hole. Don't move to the corner of the house or a corner of a room. Don't move to a wall because you could potentially be moving right down the center of two truss and you'll just never hit anything, obviously. So if you go at an angle, you're going to hit one just like immediately. So we're going to go. Since I know mine run this way, I don't have to do that, but for demonstration purposes, we're going to move up. I know, about 7 inches roughly, because you're bound to hit something around that every 7 inches. If you're missing if you miss, go 7 inches, you'll hit something. You miss, go 7, you get it. Here we go. Reverse. You see how that carpet relieves itself? Now we go forward. Rod. Me and my friend Rod here are going to show you how to find your truss in the floor. Richard wasn't available today. Did you just call me a dick? Anyway, and look at, there we go. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. We're hitting the truck. We're hitting the. Now I can feel the vibration of that in the floor. It feels like it's like right here, but let's see where this points. It's pointing out that way and that way. So it's pointing that way. So there is one right next to me. Right next to me. So confidently I can just drill a hole right next to about an inch over. Or not confidently. That felt like it didn't hit anything. Nothing. And I'm going all the way around. Boy, I dropped the ball here, didn't I? So I'm on the other side of it. So, yeah. I just missed it. So right here. Or not. Try that. Alright, done with the one by here. I'm not for sure where I was at. It looks like it's right here. It sounds like anyway. Reverse. Forward. Nope, missed it. But it's right next to me. So it'd be right here. Reverse. Full. Nailed it. Or, I'm about to screw it, but you get what I'm saying. Here we go. Loving it. But just a little bit over, there's another one. So, if I wasn't so quick to celebrate, I would remember where I screwed this one in. I could review the footage on the video. But, okay, I feel a divot right here, so I must put the screw in right here. So that puts this truss right here. Now, the pieces of wood, the planks of wood, run the opposite way of the truss. They run this way, and they're about this wide. On a home that's like 1950s, you're going to find that is somewhat often the case. So, real quick, just kind of recap on how to keep it going when you find one. You obviously see my blue tape here. I'm just going to follow it straight back. And I'm hearing a squeak right here somewhere. So I'm going to go dead center right there. Right here. And we'll see if we hit a stud again, which we will. The odds of us not hitting one would be pretty high. If you want to square that up, you can take a tape measure and measure from where you put your screw here to the wall, and then do the same. Down back, all the way up this way. You can measure all the way up that way. Say it's 40 inches from the wall. 40 inches, I write it on that tape. and then move up 40 inches to lay another piece of tape. Okay, here we go. Nope. I think it's just right here. Alright guys, this is the way to do it. If you have wood floors, you can ask me to show you in the comments how to do it with wood floors without without it being able to tell at all. I mean, you can do the same exact thing on beautiful wood floors, and by the end of it, you would never even know you just Swiss cheesed your floor. But just leave some comments below and ask it how I do it, and I'll make another video. I expect this one to go pretty big because nobody knows. I mean, nobody knows an effective way like this. There's one hole, and basically you can find it if you have a long enough wire. You find it every time with one hole, and then from there it's just measuring them. I mean, I've only missed like 3 times out of all the studs down my entire house. So, and there's the squeak. You're welcome. Good luck, guys, and just make sure you use sharp bits because you'll tear your carpet up if you don't. Again, go reverse first until you see it relief it, and then hit it again. But any old wire will work. You just want to make sure you want to basically make it a 90 with a curve, so you want it perfectly flat. You want it perfectly straight flat, but with a nice curve, so you can get it in there. Getting it in there with a 90, you get halfway there and you'd be stuck, and then you can't turn it because it's cut too. So this works perfect for you guys. Any questions? Leave them in the comments. Good luck.